Hello and welcome to Drafting with Jamie Rigatti. Today we are doing the friendly Kaladesh draft league. So here's a good pack, right? So Spiral Bluff Canal I feel like is $3 or $4 online. In real life this is a $9 card, just FYI. I passed it at F&M last week and I regretted it because I was like, wow, it's a $9 card? It's crazy. So, wow, this is a pretty decent pack. Like fixing's nice, right? Familiar, I like how much value this card gets. Dragster's really great in a beatdown deck. Red-white vehicles, it's just perfect. Dun Operative is a great 2-drop. And Thriving Rhino is just lovely in a green energy deck. I mean, it's lovely anyway. A 3-4 for 3 is great. So I'm not sure what's stronger, Dun Operative or the Rhino. I'm going to go with the Duns. The card has really impressed me. A 3-2 Death Touch is great. Aerial Responder? Yes, please. Black-white. Sure. So what else is in here? Deadlock Trap. It's alright. I played this card and I've liked it, and I've also played it and been like, I wish this did more. Right, so what else is in this pack? I like Squad a lot. It goes with the Dun Operative with the Fabricate, but you can't pass an Aerial Responder. This card's just really great. Black-white, please. I hope we can end up there. Okay, Augmenter's awesome. Pillarbug is great too. I love me some Pillarbug. However, Augmenter is just fabulous. It goes with our Operative. It's white, right? It's perfect. Perfect. Got some double white action going on though. But this kind of deck wants a lot of artifacts, so I think our mana shouldn't be too difficult here. Yes, so I haven't been drafting this set as much as Eldritch Moon. I mean, I feel like I was really jamming that set. I loved it. This set took a while for me to warm up to because there's just so many shenanigans, right? You have to look out for so many different things, which can be fun, but it can also be like taxing and tiring, right? Because you're like, oh, I've been getting milled. Like, I didn't even know that was, I knew that was a thing, but I didn't really think it was like a super thing, right? I was like, wow, this is actually happening to me. And this set is pretty tough to pull off. That's a shiny Sky Whale. I think I like Pioneer here. I think Pioneer is a nice little safe pick because we know we're white, right? Serpent's strong, Sky Whale's strong. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Pioneer. I like Pioneer better than Sky Whale. It's 2 bodies. It can block. I have some love for Sky Whale, but not a super amounts of love. Some people think that card is like insane. And it's great. 4 power in the air is great, right? But seriously, not being able to block becomes an issue at times, right? So you gotta watch that. Pioneer's fine. Let's Fabricate. It's all good. I like to see if there's anybody I know in these things. Nope. Okay. Well, this is actually a really good pack for us, right? We could take the Screecher. A Mastodon is not terrible, and Iron League Steed is not terrible either. But it is a 4-drop. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Screecher. Here's why. We're probably going to get some more artifacts. It's a very good 3-drop. I feel like 4-drops are pretty easy to come by, and 5-drops, like, we'll definitely get a 5-drop later. So I'm going to go ahead and take the good 3-drop. Now, some arguments for not taking that would be like we don't really exactly know we're black yet, right? Oh, gosh, this would have been perfect against a mill deck. Maybe I should take that as super secret tech against a mill deck. How often do people play mill against you in this set, though? I'll just go ahead and take the Squad. Squad's good for us with the Operative. It's not a bad card. It is a 4-drop, though, so I'm looking for some nice 3s and some nice 2s. Another 4-drop, eh? Squad's great, but we're kind of approaching our limit. I like to play between 4 and 5 4-drops. So I'm going to take the Hawk here. I like it as a 2-drop. I do. Here's a Mastodon. Sure. And now, yeah, we're just looking. Ooh, an Eager Construct is probably actually what we want, right? It's an artifact. It's a nice 2-drop. Dragster's fine, and it's definitely a better card than Construct, but see what's happening here? I'd rather just take the Construct. Is that insane? Maybe. But we have all these Artifact Matters cards, so I just want it. See what the Ether's a little late. That's pretty late. Do I take that? In case we end up 3 colors? Nah. Nah, let's the Automaton and probably not play it. I've just never seen a tune go that late. Ooh, Rush? I love this as a trick. That's great. Tutor? I've only played Tutor if I have like 2 mythic rares that I really want. Pressure Point, maybe. 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 All right, so we have some great creatures happening here. We just need some removal. So hopefully this next pack will be kind to us with removal. I'd like 2 Revoke Privileges. I'd like 1 Tidy Conclusion. And then I'll feel pretty good about this deck. I do love black-white though. So here, I'll take this land. So they know we're not blue, even though that's really not a playable blue card. Okay. I was like, oh, I thought this was Scrounger for a second. It's not. So, ooh, choices. Bruiser's a great 2-drop, but here's the Glint Sleeve too. Ooh. That's actually a really hard choice, I think. Because here's the thing with Bruiser, it dies to X1 hate, which there is, you know, quite a few things of in this set. Mainly Pyrohelix, right? They're pretty abundant though. So I'm not even sure. This is a tough choice for me. Artisan's a great card, but I mean Bruiser's great too. It really is. All right, we don't have any artifacts yet, do we? Well, fabricate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel better if we had more fabricate stuff though. I'm actually gonna go with the Artisan. I know that's kind of crazy because Bruiser's so good, but since we already have an operative, I don't know. Gosh, that was tough. If y'all want to give me feedback about that, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know what was right there. Okay, so we have to take the revoke here, right? Like that's just an easy revoke because we have no removal, so boom. If that wasn't there, I might take, I think I would just take a Thriving Rats actually, because it's an okay 2-drop. I want to get more 2-drop creatures, more 3-drop creatures. I just want to make sure we're coming out fast with this deck. I love this elephant. I think he's super cute. Harsh Scrutiny, Foundry Screecher, Self-Assembler. I don't think we should hop on that train now. I feel like we might have missed that boat. I'm happy to take a Screecher here, though, and that makes me feel better about taking the Artisan for the servo. So that's good. 2 Screechers is good. Self-Assembler, I feel like might be a little bit too late, right? Colossus. There's another Self-Assembler, but somebody's already on that train, right? Is it too late for us to get on it? We're not a Colossus deck. We're just not. So the question here is Self-Assembler or Subtle Strike? And we've already passed 2 Self-Assemblers, so I feel like somebody else in our draft pod is going that route. So let's take the Subtle Strike. It's a good trick. Another Colossus? Whoa. That's interesting. We're not quite a Colossus deck yet, but we could be. We could be. If I can get like a couple puzzle nuts, right? And a prism or something. I mean, do I really want a scavenger? Not particularly. It's not a terrible card. I don't really want a monitor either. But I mean, we could play a monitor in this deck. It's an artifact 3/2. It's not horrible. I think Scavenger's probably the smartest pick. I don't think Colossus is really going to do it. All right, I like a Built to Last. I do. I like it better than Toolcraft Exemplar. This card's great on turn 1 if you can drop an artifact right afterwards, but other than that, it gets outclassed like pretty quickly. And it's only a 3/2 first strike if you have 3 or more artifacts. So take the Built to Last here. I like the trick. Okay, Broker, Screecher, Hawk, Charger. I think I just want another Screecher. I like these guys a lot. Charger's not terrible, but we don't have that much stuff to crew it, right? Let's get an Air Force going. Oh, Colony, and an Ibex, and a Broker. Colony, I do like Colony. It scares me a little bit, but let's live on the edge and take it. It's a good 2-drop. It really is. We're looking like a pretty aggressive deck here. With this curve. Yeah. All right. Thriving Rats, Broker. I don't think we're a patrol deck. I don't particularly want a Rats, but it's really not a terrible creature. And if we see Diungs in the next pack, it makes me feel better about taking it. Broker's, I like Broker because it gets value when it dies, right? But I'd rather just keep our curve. Oh, another Thriving Rats. Okay. Although Gauntlet is nice on a Screecher, or since we have 3 Screechers and a Responder, I kind of just want a Gauntlet here. Let's take the Gauntlet. Goes nice on a Flyers. Herald of the Fair is okay. I really don't want to play that, but I will. Okay, I'll take this Express. That's a very late Built to Smash. That makes me so sad. I love that card. I want like 10 Built to Smashes. Okay, I like this deck so far. I wish we had a little bit more removal though. So I'd like to see like an Essence Extraction or a Diung or a Tidy Conclusion. A Gearhulk is not terrible. An on-color Gearhulk. Sure. It's a nice failsafe. I actually really want this Pillar Bug, but this is an artifact and it fits our curve nicely, so I'm going to take it. Hopefully that Pillar Bug wheels. All right. Well, actually, Scavenger plays well with the Gearhulk. If you can get it back, it's nice. So I might just try to leave that. But we don't have to have that. Because we could maybe get away with 16 lands in this deck. We'll see how this turns out. This would be the 3rd or the 4th time I played the White Gearhulk, and I don't hate it. I really don't. A 4/5 Vigilance is nice, and if their board is bigger, it's pretty great. An Angel? Wow. That's some nice top-end stuff going on here. All right, I think I'm going to cut that. Pull the Angel in. Hopefully we wheel a Bruiser. I doubt that's going to happen, but that would be nice. Self-assembler, wow. We could have had a bunch of self-assemblers. All right, Screecher number 4. Over Herald, probably, yeah. These don't block very well, is the problem. How many Screechers is too many Screechers? I don't know. We have a lot of Flyers. This is like black-white Flyers. It's something else. I do like the Gauntlet in this deck, though. I do. 2 colonies? No, we gotta take the Revoke here. Revoke number 2. Yeah, we just really need this. I don't have any removal. Okay, Thriving Rats. I don't think I want to play it. Whirler Maker. So that's pretty slow. Or Mind Rot. I think the best chance of making the deck here is probably Whirler Maker, the card that has the best chance. I don't know. Those are all really awkward cards. If we had a couple Skygates, we could maybe get away with a Whirler Maker. It's just a very slow card. summonings. Wow. I think I want a second rush because of the colony. It's just, I love it as a trick too. We don't really need a hawk in this deck because pretty much everything has flying already. So, okay. I think I'm actually going to take a trusty companion and get rid of our hawk because we just have so much flying stuff for real. Broker. Okay. Oh, pillar bug, great. Look at this curve. This curve is lovely. So what are cuts? I like this deck a lot. I do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's see. I'm probably going to cut the build to last because we don't have that many artifacts that I really care about keeping alive, right? And I just like rush better. Is that insane? That might be crazy. And then can we get away with 16 lands with this curve? We have a 6-drop though, so that's... Okay, here's a Skygate. Thriving Rats. Well... All right. I'm super tempted to do 16 lands, but I don't think you're supposed to if you have a 6 mana cost creature. So I think we probably just cut a rush, and that's the deck. Let's look. Group creatures separately. Curve is great. Removal's light. That's the issue here. But I guess you kind of count Gearhulk as removal, right? We have some lifelink. Yeah, that's the one thing that's wrong with this deck is we don't have a lot of removal. So, what, like, yeah, 2 revokes. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. So do I try to make it faster? And if so, like, how do we even do that? This is such a good finisher, though. I don't want to cut that. Mastodon's nice. I love the gauntlet on these creatures. I think that's going to be nice. Let's cut a rush and call it a deck. Although we have a ton of creatures. My goodness, I could probably actually cut a creature. Let's cut, You know what, like what is Thriving Rats really doing for us? Not a whole lot. Let's cut that. I like having the 2 rushes and the Pillar Bug and the Responder just to have some life gain since we don't have that much removal. Helps us stay in the game longer. I don't know, this deck would almost be perfect if we had a Tidy Conclusion and an Essence Extraction. This deck would be like insane, but all right, let's see if this works. Lands look like 9/8. Probably because we have so much double white, so that makes sense to me. Sure. Okay, let's give it a go. All right, thank you for watching. See you in a few.